Hello guys, and welcome back to another of our courses about the complete introduction to Forex trading. So in today's class we are gonna talk where we can find fundamental data to be able to complete a good fundamental analysis. So I will suggest you some websites that I personally use to be able to go look for this data, and if you have some other websites, they are good as well. Alright, so the first website we are gonna talk about is TradingView. So TradingView is once again an amazing place where you can find fundamental data, not only technical data, and you can find what I really like about TradingView is that you have this data directly on your chart. So let me show you an example. So here, for example, we have the NZD CAD, which is the New Zealand dollar versus the Canadian dollar, and as you can see here, you can have all the news that are upcoming. So for example, here if I'm clicking there, I can see that the 28th of April, I will have two news that will be for the New Zealand dollar. Same thing for the Canadian dollar right here. If I select, let's say, another currency, which will be the USD CAD, which will be the US dollar versus the Canadian dollar, I can see all the news that are coming, the time where they will come. So for example, here I have the GDP Coons spending advances, which is a US news. I have a Canadian news that is coming here. I have a US news that is coming here. So I have all my news and I'm able to know exactly when they will come in application. Well, when exactly they will appear. Also, what is cool, if for example I want to backtest my fundamental strategy, I have a strategy that is strictly based on fundamentals. I can simply replay my graph. Let's say for example I put it in on daily, and I can simply replay my graph from, let's say, here, and I will have access to all the news that have been existed since the day that I want to replay the graph, and I can directly test my news and see what news have the most effect on my trading. So let's say for example there is a certain news that I want to try, or I want to, let's say, backtest, verify if they have a certain effect on the market conditions. I can simply replay my chart and look where exactly those news are and what type of effect they have on my chart. Alright, so this is our first place where you can find fundamental news. The second place is investing.com, which is once again another amazing place where you have absolutely everything. You have you have all the stocks and all stocks, currencies, foreign exchange. You have absolutely everything. You have also insights. You have another thing, which is they offer, there are people, there are analysts who write down their analysis, what they think will happen in the markets, which is really, really cool. Also, not only you have this, but you also have an economical calendar here, which is a really cool thing. And if you want to learn more about trading, you have webinars, you have trading guides, you have a lot of different things. And what is cool also about this website is that it's completely free. Alright, next thing we are going to talk about, or next place, is Daily FX, which is the place for Forex trading. What you have here, you have trading strategies, you have blogs, you have people who share their knowledge about Forex. And what I really like about this website is their economic calendar. So as you can see here, I have, let's say, last 7 days. I can have all the news for the last 7 days, for example, and from the country, all the countries. And if I want to select some countries, for example, I can select just the countries that I'm interested in. For example, I just want to have the US and the Canadian dollar. So I will unselect absolutely everything. I will just keep the USD and the Canadian dollar. And what will happen is that I will only receive news for the USD and the Canadian dollar, and I will be able to, let's say, for example, trade the USD versus the Canadian dollar. Also, I can have the importance of the news, if the news are very important or they are lowerly important. I have all the dates that I want. Also, I can go back in time, and I can use this tool to backtest my fundamental strategy as well as on TradingView. If, for example, the data is not on TradingView, you will find it here. Next place, the next websites that we are gonna see are strictly news websites. So the first one will be MarketWatch. Once again, that's a news website, and you have absolutely everything on it. So you have all types of news. You have political, you have economical, you have social news, you have absolutely everything. And it's really focused on the trading part. So when you will read the news, you will be able to make yourself make yourself a certain idea if if, for example, your currency that you are trading will go up or will go down. And once again, it's all about reading them and looking at charts and looking what effects had a certain type of news on a movement of a certain currency. That's the exact same thing for the next website that we are going to talk about, which is Reuters. Here you have absolutely everything. You have it's a website that is really based on news, but economical news as well. So once again, when you come here, you can read all the news that they have, and this is a great way also to find out fundamental news. Next website, Bloomberg, very popular. We're not talking about the Bloomberg terminal. We are talking about the Bloomberg, so the website. Once again, an amazing place for economical data and economical news. You have everything here, from forex market to stock market to bond market to absolutely everything. From analysts that are talking, from just people who are writing down what they are thinking. You can create your own watch list. There's a lot of good things that you can do with the Bloomberg website. Once again, I really suggest you guys to go take a look at it. So those are the first websites. And the last websites that we are going to see today is the Wall Street Journal. So Wall Street Journal is, for those who doesn't know, it's one of the most important economical websites or news place that exists. And once again, they have all that you need. You can go from economics to politics to business to real estate, absolutely everything. You have once again charts, you have everything you want. That's another great website and great reference that you guys can use to be able to go and check for the news, to read news and to be able to make your fundamental analysis. So as I mentioned, the three websites that offer the websites that offer you news directly on the graph will be Trading View, which has all the news that are directly on the chart. So this is my favorite. Personally, my favorite is this one because I have all the news directly on chart, and this one right here, which is Daily FX, because of their economic calendar. Yes, they have an economic calendar on investing.com, but I really like the Daily FX economic calendar. He's very completed. So those are my two favorites. After that comes investing.com. And then you have those other websites who offer you good news and good references to be able to read good and interesting economic articles. So as I said, guys, if you have to remember something from this course, before doing your technical analysis, do your fundamental analysis. And how you can do it, very simple. Simply come back on TradingView and look at what type of fundamental data will appear soon. So let's say, for example, we will see the GDP that will appear in the next, let's say, 2 days. So maybe it's not the time now to open up your position. Maybe you'll have to wait 2 days and then open up your position. Or if you want to trade the news, maybe you can make your researches, look if the GDP will increase or decrease, and all this type of things. Once again, it's all about practice, and the more you do it, the more it's gonna become easy. So as I said, TradingView, amazing place. So I really suggest you guys to go take a look and work with their news that are directly here. If you want to backtest a certain news, for example, you want to backtest the unemployment rate and see how the market reacted to the unemployment rate announcement on the currency, you can do it directly on TradingView. If you want all other news, I suggest you the Daily FX economic calendar. You have all the economical news there in a calendar, and you will know exactly when they appeared. And finally, investing.com, also a very good source for all this. They also have an economic calendar that is very interesting. Finally, all the other websites that I suggest you guys, it's to be able to read good and quality information about economics, political, and other stuff that can have an effect on your fundamental analysis. All right, so that's it for this course, guys, and see you all in our next class when we will start our technical analysis part.